Welcome back to the Colouring Zone. My name's Helena. So today I am going to be doing the birthday Bonanza tag. So this was originally created by Dan, so Colour with Dan here on YouTube. And the lovely Colouring with Kay tagged me in this one. So thank you so much for Kay for thinking of me. I absolutely love this tag. So Dan, thank you very much for creating it and happy birthday. So I am going to be carrying on with colouring this one. So I've been using my Holbein coloured pencils, and it is from Clara Markova's I Believe in Fairies. So I have done a couple already out of this one. I really would like to do more because they are absolutely beautiful, and I love Colouring Kids' idea of putting them in like a little portable presentation book, and I have been meaning to do that and just not got round to it. I will tag all of the channels that I've just mentioned in the description below. So we will get started. So the first question is, when is your birthday? So I can't remember, I think I have probably mentioned my birthday is on the 25th of December, so it is on Christmas Day. And people often ask me, do you like having your birthday then? And do you get double presents? And the answer is yes. Yeah, I do. It's great. So in Kay's video, she did speak about, her birthday being in July and that she's always working on that day. Obviously, Colouring Kay is a teacher. Whereas Christmas Day, I don't work. Not many people, some people obviously have to work, but I'm never working on Christmas Day. I've been very, very fortunate in that actually I do work in healthcare, and I've always been very, very fortunate. I've actually never worked on Christmas Day before, and it's great because actually my family and my friends, mainly family, are all around, so it's great. And actually even my friends, they are normally not working either, so before and after the holiday I get to see them, so it is like, yeah. So I love birthdays in general, which is the next question. Do you like birthdays? Yes, I do. I love birthdays. I suppose obviously I do share my birthday with Christmas, or with Jesus, as some people say. And I've always absolutely loved it. I think when I was younger, I did used to celebrate it a bit earlier. So I used to celebrate it on the 25th of November. But as you get older, it really doesn't matter. But I do get double presents. All of my friends and family are really, really good about it. And I always get to see people, which is, not many people can say that, can they? My niece, actually, she might be watching, bless her. My niece, she was a bit disappointed that we weren't able to go down for her birthday. So my niece and my nephew, their birthdays are like a week apart. And it just so happens that we were going down on the weekend of of her brother's birthday, and she was just like, well, why can't they come down for my birthday? And it's just like, obviously she is, she's 8 years old, and and I was saying to my husband, wouldn't it be lovely if we lived in a world where we could actually take the day off, or allowances would be made so we can celebrate someone's birthday? Yeah, some people, it's not, in some families and stuff, it's not as of a big deal. But my family have always been quite good at marking the occasion, and we do try to. Obviously, it's a bit harder when you're a bit older and you've got children and things like that. But, yeah. So anyway, so there's that one. Do you have anything planned for your birthday this year? So it's not planned for this year because obviously I'm born at the very end of, or closer to the end of December. I was working, I had just started my new job not very long ago, and I got a notification to say that I'd booked to go to Center Parcs. And I was talking to my new line manager, and I didn't say anything to her, but I was really distracted because it came to just under £2,000, and I was thinking, oh my God, I've not done this. And then I was thinking, my husband must have done it. So I rang him and he was devastated. Basically, the long and short of it is he had logged in on my phone to look at his emails, and he hadn't logged back out. So actually he was his email account was attached to my phone. So all of his emails I was getting notifications for. So it was meant to be a surprise. I'm turning 30 this year. So we are all going, I now know, we are all going to Center Parcs, which will be amazing. So I cannot wait for that. I'm just like, oh, honestly, it's going to be brilliant. So we've got all the family going. And yeah, it's going to be really, really nice. And I'm so excited because my mum and dad have never really been that interested in going to Center Parcs. They often go abroad. And yeah, it will be the first time that they actually stay there. And I know they're going to absolutely love it. So I'm really, really looking forward. I know my mum's wanted to go for ages. Anyway, so I am really, really babbling. I'm going to carry on. So yeah, I am going to Center Parcs for my 30th with all of my family, both on my husband's side and on mine, which will be incredible. So the next question is, what is your favourite way to spend your birthday? It's what I do, really. So, I mean, in the mornings we celebrate Christmas, and in the afternoon we celebrate my birthday, and that's just how we do it. So we normally have a roast, obviously Christmas dinner, and then we usually have like a buffet or something in the evening or like late afternoon. So, you know, lots of food, lots and lots of food, I must admit. So yeah, so that's sort of like, that's how I like to spend it. Obviously it would be great if all of the family could be around all at the same time, but you know, there's a lot of us. So, and you know, when I say my family, I also mean you know, my in-laws and my sister-in-law as well, because you know, we are really close, and they are also my family. So yes, so that's normally how we do it. So in the mornings or Christmas Eve, we normally spend with my in-laws, and then we usually will go to my mum and dad's house in the sort of like in the afternoon-y. Wow, yeah, so around lunchtime is what we normally do. It's usually a bit of a squeeze for time, but yes, so there's that question. What is your most favourite birthday memory? I don't know whether it's a favourite memory necessarily, but it was on Christmas Day and I was recovering from my car accident, so it had only happened a few months before. But I just really remember it very well. So we had all been drinking a lot of red wine, and I was with my dad, and I think my mum had already gone to bed. And yeah, we were all drinking wine and we were sucking the helium out of the balloons, which, you know, and there's actually a video, a recording of me saying Shiraz whilst obviously had inhaled like helium, so I was really, really like squeaky. So there's that, and then there's also when I was about, I think I was about 16, oh God, it doesn't really paint my dad in a very good light, but anyway, yeah, so I was 16, and we were all in the conservatory, including my sisters and my mum, and we were all drinking shots. So that was good fun. It's like something that's never happened again, even as an adult. Like, we just, you know, my mum doesn't really drink shots. I don't know. Yeah, so that was, and you know, it was just strange that we were allowed to, strangely. So yeah, that's quite memorable. So the next question is, do you share your birthday with any celebs? Do you know what, guys? I have no idea. I'm going to have to stop filming and come back to you because I need to look. 2 seconds. So that was good fun. That did take me quite a while. For some reason, I typed it in and it was coming up with people that had their birthdays on like the 23rd and 22nd. And I was like, hang on a minute. So I had to then read through the article and work out which ones were actually born on the 25th. Anyway, so Shane McGowan, so the person that co-wrote Fairy Tale of New York, the Pogues, so he is born on Christmas Day. Justin Trudeau, which is the Canadian president. Annie Lennox, who is from the Eurythmics, which is an 80s band. And also Dido, which I had no idea. So I'm really happy about that. I share a birthday with Dido. I love Dido. So yeah, those are the celebrities. So next questions is, what would your dream birthday celebration entail? My dream birthday celebration. Well, I mean, guys, like I used to be all about, you know, going out and dressing up and all of that stuff, but I'm just like, it doesn't have the same feel to it, I don't think. So I would say something quite chilled, like, I don't know. Oh, God, I feel like I need something really like extravagant. I can't think of anything. Dream birthday celebration. I think really just having all of my friends, all of my family, and just having a massive party, like a festival style sort of weekend. That would really be my like dream birthday, which was very likely not to happen, so it is a bit of a dream. So yeah, that would probably be, and having like, I don't know, like a band and having those like real festival vibes. I think that would be amazing. And having like things like teepees for everyone to stay in, that would be incredible. I did look into teepees and things for my wedding, and oh my gosh, honestly, it is so expensive. They call it glamping, don't they now? That's sort of like the term that they use. I really don't know what I'm going to do with these windows. I always freak out about windows. Shall I leave it to the end? So the strawberry, by the way, I've not quite finished on the strawberry, but I'm leaving it because I had been working on it for quite a while and I really needed to move on to something else. And obviously once this is all done, I can then tweak things at the end if I want to, which I normally don't because I'm like, oh, I'm going on to the next one. But yeah, so that's sort of my logic with that. So that would probably be my dream birthday celebration. So if you could invite one celebrity to your birthday celebration, who would it be and why? Do you know what? I do know this. It would be, yeah, Miriam Markleys. I would absolutely love for her to be at my dream party. I just think she is such a character and so funny, and she's got so many stories. And I just think that, you know, people would absolutely love spending time with her. I know, do you know what? It was funny actually, because reading up about her, like, I think she's a bit like Marmite, isn't she? Some people love her and some people really do not like her, but I remember watching her sort of road trip TV show that was on, you know, in the last like year or so, and I said to her, I'm not really that overly, you know, I don't think, oh, I'd love to see a celebrity, or do you know what I mean? I'm not really like that, but I just think that she's a really interesting person and she happens to be a celebrity. So yeah, I would absolutely love to meet her. So yeah, there is my one celebrity that I would like to be there and why. So what would your dream birthday meal be? Oh, that's a very good question. Do you know what? I think it would have to be a 3-course because I really like starters and I really like desserts. I'm not normally that keen on the I'm not really normally that keen on the main for some bizarre reason, but I've got a sweet tooth, so I do really enjoy sweets. So when I often go to a restaurant or a pub or a meal, I always look at their desserts before I look at their mains, and to be honest, I think I've always done that. So I think my starter would have to be king, like one of those giant king prawns, but not, you know, like the really big ones. I can't think of the name of them. Anyway, so yeah, one of those. And for a main, probably something like, I love a roast. And then maybe for dessert, like some sort of, lotus biscoff cheesecake. That would be my dream meal. And if you could pick an exotic destination to celebrate your birthday, where would it be? So I've been to some beautiful places, and I've travelled quite a lot I've been very fortunate that I've been able to go on holiday, particularly as a child. I was very, very fortunate that my parents were in a position to be able to do that. But we did go on some very, very expensive luxury holidays. And I think the place that's exotic and absolutely beautiful is Croatia. So Croatia, we went to a place called, I can't remember where we stayed, but somewhere close to it was a place called Permiston. And oh my God, it was just picturesque. If I remember and I can find it, I will put a picture here, but it is absolutely incredible. So I would probably say that's probably one of the most, like, my favourite places in the world. So yes, I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with these curtains, all these flowers. Like, I really don't know. I'm thinking like blues, and then I'm thinking, oh no, is that kind of deter from the background? Or I really don't know. Guys. So I've made up my mind, guys. So this is what I would like to go with. So I've got sky mist, ice green and horizon blue, and clearly this is one of my favourites because it's getting quite short. Not too bad actually, it's not as short as some of them. So the next question was, sorry, I got a bit sidetracked. So yeah, I would say somewhere like, so where I've already been, or my dream holiday would be, or destination would be Thailand. So Thailand's not somewhere that I have been before. And I would love to go there, but I know that it is very, very busy. And I know that you do get areas that are a bit more quieter, but obviously it is such a tourist hotspot. And the plane ride there really, and the travelling time would really put me off, I think. So it would be like, yeah, an exotic location for me. You know, just being on the beach. So actually saying that, you know, I think really the beach, the movie really does sell it, doesn't it? I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. But I'm not sure whether it's actually somewhere that I would like to go in a practical sense. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. So the next question is, where am I at? Has something hilarious happened at one of your birthdays? I mean, you know, obviously it's Christmas Day, so people are normally not always on their best behaviour, but I suppose I didn't really find it that hilarious at the time, but, you know, my dad getting quite drunk, and well, that happens every year, to be fair, and just falling asleep at the dinner table. But, you know, at the time I didn't really find it that funny, but it is quite funny looking back on it. But then, you know, that is like the norm, unfortunately. there's a time and a place to fall asleep, isn't there, if it happens all the time. I suppose it's not really my birthday party, but bit of a side note. So my cousin, she has a little boy who's not so little now. He is still little. And it was his birthday at like it was either a village hall or like a primary school. I can't remember which, but anyway, it was where, you know, it was like a communal area, and my dad had quite a lot to drink, and my mum was helping them to clear up before they all went down to the beach, and my poor mum fell over and broke her elbow, and my uncle went down to the pub, which was where my dad was for some reason. I don't know why he wasn't at the party, but anyway, I wasn't there because I live a bit further away, so I didn't go. But obviously I heard about it quite quickly because it all sort of happened, and it was pretty awful. But it's funny thinking back on it now. At the time, I mean, it was quite funny because of just the circumstances. But basically, so my mum fell over and broke her elbow, and she was in agony. She was backing out onto an alley and fell over one of these big decorative boulder things. You know, my mum is, bless her, she is quite clumsy and she does hurt herself. But it was particularly bad the way she knocked it, and she was in agony, bless her. Her pain threshold pretty good, so she must have been in a lot of pain. And my uncle went down to the pub to tell my dad, and I think he was sat outside. Anyway, rather than just getting up and just, you know, going to see my mum, they'd obviously called for an ambulance and stuff. And what happened was my dad went to down the rest of his drink, and there was either a bee or a wasp in it, and he must have actually had it in his mouth. My dad was quite intoxicated, so his like memory of it is a bit skewed. And yeah, the wasp, the bee, stung him, and we did not know at the time that he's actually allergic to wasps or bees, or both. So he went into anaphylactic shock, which is awful. So the time that they had got back to my mum where she had fallen over, my dad's mouth had swelled considerably. The ambulance arrived, saw my dad, and obviously it was explained what had happened. And so my dad got the first ambulance because that was seen as more of a priority. Obviously it can be really, really dangerous. We didn't know about it, so I'm sure they were able to deliver him some an EpiPen. And my mum had to wait so another ambulance was called by the crew. So my mum was absolutely furious. So my mum is there holding her elbow in pain, and then my dad is lying on the floor with this massive mouth and is swelling, and I mean it's just quite, and it was all at a 4-year-old's birthday party, which is just quite incredible. Only my parents could manage that, I think. Just like insane. There is that one. Now the last question: if you could be gifted one superpower for your birthday, what would it be? Do you know what? It would either have to be that I could fly, or that I could run really, really, really fast. I've not been able to run for a very, very, very long time. And I don't think my body's up to it, to be honest. Right, I'm gonna add some of this Spectrum Blue. I've got no idea. I've not practiced this, guys. I never practice anything. So we'll just go with it. Oh, that actually does look quite nice. Yeah, we'll go with it. So that would probably be like, if I had a superpower, it would be to fly, or if I could run really fast, then I could run along water or something. That would be incredible, and just feeling free. So it now says, who would you like to tag? Or Kay's put that in her description. I haven't actually looked who's done it, so I'm going to do that now. I'm so disorganised, aren't I? Always. No matter how much I try to be organised, there's always something that I've forgotten, or, you know, there's just always something in there. So I would like to tag Art Journey, so Lily at the Art Journey, Jem from the Colour Cave, and Lucy Just Adds Colour. So thank you very much for watching. I have had fun just chatting with you. It's been really nice. So, and I might just carry on just sat here colouring, to be honest, because I'm quite enjoying it. My husband is out, so with our son, so yeah, make the most of it. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and thanks again to Kay for tagging me, and thank you, Dan, for creating this tag, and happy birthday. I shall see you all soon in the next one. Happy colouring. Bye.